the next debate. Let me see here. What was next? I'm trying to figure out which one of these I want to do next. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is let's change the mood a little bit. We're not changing. We're gonna change the mood a little bit. We're gonna talk a little bit about have a little bit of fun. Let's go into relationships. All right. So let's go into relationships. Let's go into some male female guy versus girl stuff. All right. I'm gonna try to come back and tally up some of those other points, but we got to keep it moving because it's already 8:38. This show is definitely gonna probably go a little bit longer than an hour. I don't want to keep you guys too long. So Power is the talk of the town, you know, with a lot of people loving the show or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I like it. I watch it. I'm not going to front. So there are some scenes, okay, that have been kind of controversial. And one of the scenes is Lala scene with Tommy, all right? You know, Lala and Tommy, they smashing. They smashing in Power right now. You feel what I'm saying? And so, you know, a lot of people is like, you know, been making fun of Carmelo putting up the memes and everything because Lala has a lot of really highly sexual nude scenes and stuff in the movie. And you know how we are as men, especially us men, black men, you know what I'm saying, how we are about our queens. A lot of people are saying, dang, you know, she's kind of taking it too far. And I don't know if it's because Carmelo was an athlete and a star. She's an actress. This is her job. But I'm going to pose this question to you guys. Is it fair? Do you think it's fair for someone that's in a relationship with an actress or something to just be okay with these kind of sex scenes? I mean, if the last sex scene, Tommy, I mean, the titties was out again. He all on the titties. I mean, you ain't got to necessarily do that, but we want to make it real, right? If it was really real, this is acting. You want to sell the scene. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about, spouses of actors and actresses and how they should react to sex scenes, and should they just be okay with it? Now, of course, you know, if you got with that person before they were an actor or whatever, before they started doing that, and then they transitioned to that, you know, should you be okay with it? All right? I'll let you go first, Sunflower. You're a lady.
You're gonna let me go first?
Yeah.
Well, I know for a fact that my dude would either kill me or the person I was in the sex scene with. He wouldn't kill me, but he would be highly upset if I had my parts all out for the world to see, as well as being no matter whether it was a scene or not. And I mean, I understand it's acting, and some things I just wouldn't do out of respect for him.
All right. So but even if it's your job though, like, okay, but let me.
Well, listen. We can take this for example. Me being a DJ.
Right.
Dudes hit on me all the time when I'm in a booth, but I have someone. So I never lead anybody on or give anybody the inkling that there'll be something between them and I, because I respect him and I respect his feelings. So as far as and we're going to be together regardless. And I don't know. To me, I don't know if I took it as a situation where maybe Lala was okay with it because of Carmelo, the thing that Carmelo was accused of, or the side chick, or the baby, or whatever it was that he was accused of. I don't know if she was more down with it because of that, but
right.
But like, and I understand it's a job, but then too, you gotta. I don't know if I would want my man naked with some chick, and I don't know if that's their job. I don't know if it's something that you have to accept because it is their job. But I think you also have to think about it and being that party that has that job, to how this will affect the other person. Because I don't know if any of you have ever seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, but that is what kind of helped to break their relationship, because it was like a weird ass Illuminati movie where they were swinging and all kind of shit. But that's when Nicole had a conversation about it, when she was interviewed, that helped to break up their relationship because of some of the sexual aspects that were going on in that movie.
All right. Knots, what do you say, man? You gonna let your old lady get it in? You know what I'm saying? You have a problem with it? I mean, you didn't. If you're not married to an actor or actor, you know this may not translate to you. But we're in the music industry. We're DJs. Some people feel a way about people coming in at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, but in our field, that's very likely. So what do you say?
You blanked out. I missed what you were saying in the middle part. I heard what Sunflower said.
Well, I was saying that we're in the music industry, and first of all, how do you feel about Lala? You know, the sex scene, and do you think that Carmelo should be okay with it? But even in our field, as people in the music industry, some people are in relationships where they don't even like their significant other coming in at 5 or 6 in the morning. But you could easily do that being a DJ or being, somebody that's in the industry. So, what do you feel about all of it? What are your points?
I think Melo. Well, first of all, I really think power is the producers are really taking advantage of that situation. I really do. I don't know how many of them other ones were, them other females were naked. Well, I guess Angela was in a lot of her sex
And
scenes.
Tasha, that skin, every female in the show has showed the titties at least. Bottom line,
right? But at some point or another, but it just seems like maybe it's because we focusing on it because it is Lala and it is Melo involved. But it's not fair. But I mean, if you would imagine your partner, your wife, your girl is going to be an actress and she's okay with doing nude scenes, then you got to imagine that it may happen at some point or another. He could be upset, but can he really be upset if you really want her to be successful? You know what I mean? It comes with a part of the game.
Well,
you know what I mean? If they comfortable with it and you married them, knowing this is where she's always wanted to be an actress and be on camera, so he had to know that may happen. So, what was you gonna say, Bliss?
How much do you think this has to do with? Someone said in Facebook Live. I want to bring this point up. Do you think this has anything at all to do with the fact that Tommy is a white actor?
No.
I think that's mean to say, but that don't really matter. She's still naked, no matter who it is. It could be an Eskimo, and it still be the same thing at that point.
But nobody's mad at Omari for sleeping with Angela or what's her name? Nobody was mad at him. So I mean, how could they be mad at Lala for it being a white man? But that's where it becomes a point where black women, the misogynoir, back to that, where black women become bed wenches when they are with white men or even just in an acting role. Like I see other people and some of the groups that I'm in on Facebook call her all out of her name because it was Tommy. But I don't think it would make a difference if it was Tommy or 50. If she's still having a sex scene, she's having a sex scene. I don't care if he's blue, white, green, or purple. Right. And I mean, trust is definitely a factor in this because you have to trust your partner in a relationship to make sure that they're not gonna stray outside of it and do other things. And like Nat said, I think people are focusing on it because of the issues that were going on between Carmelo and Lala. But I mean, if there was anybody else, hell, we've seen a lot of damn people naked. And check out a Tyler Perry film. You just seen a titty or two.
Hey, I'm not. Listen, I'm not necessarily. I think if you signed up for that deal. Yes, but to Knott's other point where I didn't give Knott's a point for when he said, if you want her to be successful in her career, she has to go nude. I don't agree with that because every successful person.
I don't agree with that, and I'm sorry, Bliss, but I don't mean to cut you off. And the reason why I'll say that is because as a DJ, and I may offend some female DJs with this shit, and actually I really don't give a fuck. A lot of these motherfuckers can't fucking mix, but if you take your ass and get naked, you'll get a bunch of likes about being in a bathing suit or being half naked, but there's nothing else happening when it comes to you and your music and shit. So I can get on this motherfucker and pose naked all day. That ain't gonna change my motherfucking numbers on my mixtape downloads. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna like the picture and they're gonna keep the fuck moving. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I have to fucking exploit myself to be able to be successful.
Is that exploit? But is she exploiting herself, or is Lala exploiting herself, or just doing her job?
She's an actress. I'm a DJ. Actresses get naked. Okay. I don't have to get naked as a DJ.
But she doesn't have to get naked as an actress. She could deny the scene. There are a lot of actresses who say they don't do nude scenes. She doesn't have to. Yeah. She doesn't have to get naked. I want to be clear about this. She doesn't have to get naked. She could say no.
50 would have probably fired her ass if she did get naked.
Okay. But she didn't have to do it. Okay.
50 don't make decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's like it really go. I forget the producer name. I forget her name, but she's the one who really calls the shots. Because when he was on that dude last year, he had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I didn't know it was gonna be out there like that. And she came back. I can't remember her name right now. She came back and said all of the actors and actresses, they signed waivers acknowledging they may be nude on camera at some point during the show. And I think she made it sound like it was a blanket statement, no matter who it is. So, like you said, it's a choice, and she's obviously comfortable with it. So, Melo just kind of got to deal with it. If you're going to be with it, then be with it. That's it. It's not that big a deal. We'll really be on to something else next week anyway.
Probably will. So, yeah. Probably will. It probably will.
It's not like a porno or something like that. It's just
wow.
I think it's because it is Melo, and he is somewhat, and they looked at as a power couple and a recognizable couple. That's what's making it such a big deal.
Yeah,
it's kind of new for people to say, like, well, damn, we know Lala from being Melo's wife and from being a certain stature. We look at her as being one light. So when you see it in another light, and it's something on a show it's still a high quality show, but people just didn't expect it. And I don't think they expected to see it more than once. So I think those two things.
Right. On top of that, because she just keeps showing them titties. I'm not mad though. I'm not complaining. As a heterosexual male, I'm not mad. They keep showing Lala's titties. I'm not calling Power to complain about Lala's titties being shown on screen, bro. That's not gonna happen. And I don't know anybody else is. You know what I'm saying? But okay, so look, 59 seconds. You guys are really racking up the points, and this subject has made the phone lines blow up. So before we go, I can't even move on to the next one because I got to take these calls, man. But it looks like we might go a little bit over. Either I might have to cut this joint short. I'm gonna take a couple of these calls over here because some people jumped on the line when we started talking about Lala them real quick. All right,
talking about titties. That's what happens. See,
that's what happens, right? They love this. Everybody likes.
That's I spit my drink everywhere.
Everybody likes to wallow in the mud. Everybody likes to wallow in the mud. Area code 404. Area code 404-918. Welcome to K100 Radio. What's up?
Yo, what's up? This is DJ Esoteric checking in. The biggest thing about this whole subject that I don't think anybody touched on is communication. I mean, it's a relationship. So I'm pretty sure if she had this scene coming up, she knew about it beforehand. She talked to Melo and was like, hey, listen, this scene is coming up. He had his say in it probably, to say whether he was for it or against it. In a relationship, that's what you're supposed to do. So if this scene went through, just like y'all said, she could have said no and rejected that scene. Wouldn't change anything, but I'm pretty sure he was okay with it if it went down. Like, they talked about it. He gave his okay. She went through with it. We see Lala titties on screen. It's okay.
All right.
Like, he's not going to be mad at it.
Well, I mean, I mean, communication is key, especially if she talked to her beforehand. I'm pretty sure when you know millions of people is about to see your wife titties, that's probably something that you want to make sure you tell me before you go to work today. You know what I'm saying? I'm just assuming. I don't know.
Like,
I don't know how they operate, but I'm just saying.
Power next week, and it's like, damn, baby, your titties just all over screen.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, real quick, DJ Esoteric, who you think I should give an extra point to for this particular segment? Somebody gets a point from you. Who? Knots or Sunflower?
For this particular segment, I'm going to give it to Knots.
All right. He said he want to give a point to Knots. All right.
Appreciate it, homie.
All right, stand by. Area code 770-292. Welcome to K100 Radio. Who's this?
PD, what do you mean welcome to K100 Radio? I thought that this was home.
Oh, it is. I didn't recognize your number. Sorry, JC Rocker. JC Rocker, the world's greatest production assistant. Go ahead, JC. Give me your points.
All right. Not to answer your question about the executive producer, the woman, that would be Courtney Kim Agbo, or however you say her name. She's the creator. Just wanted to point that out. But y'all really, what you say?
He said, "Good looking." Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I'm JC Rocker. I'm the fact checker, the queen of receipts.
Go ahead.
But anyway, both of y'all definitely make good points. You know, like Nat said, this is her job. This is what she signed up for. No, she does not have to be naked. But however, that's what agents are for, and they negotiate the shit. And Lala said she was cool with it. If Carmelo has a problem with it, shut the hell up, bro.
Yeah,
it's going to bring money into the house. It's going to bring money into the house. It's paying for Cayenne food. Shut the hell up.
Okay then. So that's the same thing, I guess. If a chick decides that she wakes up one day, she says, "Hey, you know what? I think I want to be a stripper. We need money," and guys got to just be okay with it. You can't just say it's going to bring money in the house as a reason to justify it. I mean, You know what I'm
Sometimes
saying?
you gotta have some morals.
So you're just gonna bring strippers in, and I'm just saying she's an actress and all that stuff. And I know
I'm just saying.
she communicated
Strippers are
about it. He don't
actors,
like it, but hey, whatever. Get over it.
All right, yeah.
She's like I said, actress.
That's not-
Now stripper. That is a whole different ball game, and I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to set up JC Rocker. That's not gonna happen, PD. I'm always on top of my game.
All right. I am too. Next caller. Stand by. 77